Hello fellow maulers, this is Ron's Trains and More, back with another video. I just thought I'd show some new Lionel O-scale stuff I got recently. I went and got me a New York Central. It's a 763E J1e Hudson. I got a really good deal on that recently. This one's actually the one made in 1998. It's got the Vanderbilt tender. New York Central actually never had a Vanderbilt tender, but I think it looks pretty cool with it. It's actually a B&O tender. But yeah, the number on this is 18056. The box is a little faded, but it's a Hudson. I always wanted one of those Hudsons, but man, they're a lot of money. But I'll tell you what, this is one good locomotive. This thing runs good, it's detailed. It looks just like one of the old post-war ones. It's got rail sounds in it, but the rail sounds in it, something's wrong with the rail sounds, the board or maybe the chip. I'm not really sure, but I found one on eBay, so I'm going to get a new one for that. The rail sounds will work on that. It's got TMCC, but right now I'm not using any of that. I've got to get the cab 190 remote to work the TMCC. But yeah, I just thought I'd give you guys a look at kind of like what I'm doing here. Here's my 027 layout I'm building here on a 30 by 80 hollow core door. It's turning out fairly well. I think it looks pretty darn good. Got my 2026 here I just got recently. That locomotive is in excellent shape, inside and out. I mean, it's pretty much mint. Well, all my post-war stuff is in great shape. I take care of it. I oil it and lube it, and usually when I buy it, I try to get the mint pieces if I can, or at least close to mint. You know, they're worth a little bit more if you do that. Yeah, I just recently bought a big lot of old O-scale Lionel trains from a lady off eBay, and I got quite a bit of stuff, and every bit of it had been put in an attic for years. It just was a little dusty, so she shipped that to me, and I cleaned it all up, and it's like brand new. I got the steam engine in the deal, and that cold up car over there, caboose, a few other cars, those switches. I recently picked this up at a antique store here locally. Pretty nice Lionel crane car though. 6560 Lionel Lines crane car. It's like mint. It's even got the original box with it. And I got a 3472 milk car. Of course, every O-scale guy's got that on their layout. You gotta have that on your O-scale layout. But I've got the box for it also. It's pretty much mint. And that's, I think, one of my favorite MPC cars right there, the Big John Southern Hopper. That was a great looking car. One of the good hopper cars Southern used to pull. That car actually came in a set called the Empire State Express in the 70s. It was a great set, had a little Hudson with it, a little 464 New York Central. Had a few cars, I don't think it came in any track, but it was a good set though. But yeah, this is my little 027 layout I'm building here. It's turning out good. I mean, for its size, it's actually pretty compact, and you know, I got a lot of layout going on here in this little small area. I got all these sidings. I got two here, and then that one down there, a little spur, and then a passing siding. So that ought to make for a pretty good little 027 Lionel layout. It's kind of cool because I'll have me a runaround track right here. You know, that is one good thing about 027 track. You can pack a lot into a small space. I mean, you can pack a lot. But then the downfall is you can't run bigger locomotives like my 783 Hudson. But later on I plan to build a little bit bigger layout. That way I can run the big Hudsons, you know, and SD40s, you know, things like that. A little bigger Lionel locomotives. But for right now, this is pretty cool. I think I'm just going to use this maybe for like a Christmas tree layout. Or, I don't know, I may just go on and build it up. Maybe make it a little bigger and put wider curves on it. I don't know, but it's turning out pretty darn good. The dump car works pretty good too. 3469 Lionel Lines automatic dump car. I oiled it and lubed it. It works really good. Pretty good car. Picked up this bay window caboose at an antique store also. It's a post-war. It's got a couple little issues though. It's got the one step broke off the back and the coupler's broke. I gotta fix it, get a new knuckle and spring and stuff for it. But other than that, I mean, it's a pretty good caboose. I mean, it's got those issues, but I kind of like that because it gives it character. It shows it's been played with. That's what I like about these Lionel trains. I like how they show their age. They show they've been played with, you know, and they just last forever. Lionel trains, I mean, they're bulletproof. You can pretty much almost step on them and they wouldn't break. I mean, they last forever. Lionel made a great product. They still, in my opinion, they still make a great product. I mean, it's a great American thing, you know, kind of like apple pie. Line, you know, goes all of it goes along good together. Lionel trains, you know. In my opinion, you can't have a Christmas without a Lionel train. Every year we've had a Lionel train around our Christmas tree, and this year isn't going to be any different. I'm going to have all my Lionel trains running around the tree this year. So I'll be sure to do a video of that. That ought to be pretty cool. I'm going to have my Hudson, I think, running around there with these. So it ought to look cool. Two pretty good little post-war sets and that Hudson running. But anyways, that's my little 027 layout I'm building right now. It's turning out pretty darn good. Got my sign up there. It's pretty cool. Two little Clinchfield Railroad pictures. Of course, my Titanic poster. I love the Titanic. It's pretty awesome. Got my old UP calendar over there. That's an old UP calendar. Well, it's not too bad. It's 05. I just thought it was cool because it had a -8. You just don't much see those -8s anymore. That was one of my favorite diesel locomotives of, well, probably the 90s, late 80s. But yeah, that's what I got going on this little 027 layout here. And I got my display cabinet here. I recently got a few new things for that also. Guess I'll show you guys that right quick too. Picked up this L&N hard hat at an antique store also, a little thrift shop. I think I paid $5 for that. That lady told me the guy worked for the L&N Railroad and said that thing was new, it had never been worn. He just put it up in a closet and collected it over the years. But I mean, as you can see, it's like mint. Nice bright L&N logo on there. Pretty cool. And as I've been going to the railroad tracks, I've been picking up these, well, I guess these are load locks, I'm pretty sure, but, you know, they lock up boxcar doors and things with these. I don't know, I just thought it'd be kind of cool to collect those. I've got an ADM one, Cargill, and I think that one's a J.M. Huber, but yeah, I don't know why, I just thought that'd be kind of cool. And that little end of this thing, it actually came off of a signal mast or signal head, whatever, that goes over across of a railroad crossing. I just thought it was cool. I had the NNS logo there. But got a lot of original Lionel stuff in here. Lionel boxes. I love those original Lionel boxes. It's just so cool that something like that actually survived that long, you know. And these boxes are actually in pretty good shape too. So I've got all the freight cars with the original Lionel boxes. That's how I like to collect them. It's kind of cool in the original boxes, but a little eighth and switcher there. Yeah, I kind of got out of the HO. I don't know. I'm not really out of it. Just kind of more into the O scale right now. I'm still pretty much collecting both though. I like about any kind of train, but Lionel trains has always been probably my favorite model train. Get a little Bachman. That's actually an old Bachman. That thing's probably from the 80s, but it's in like mint condition. It runs perfect too. Honest to God, that thing runs like an Atlas. It runs good. That's some of that old Hot Wheels Railroad stuff in behind it there. I don't know if you guys ever seen that, but I've had that ever since I was a kid. That's actually got a button on the top. A little man pops out the side there. Little GP38, I believe is what that is. But yeah, that actually came in a vinyl carrying case. I bought that or actually I got that for Christmas one year. I think it was gotten at KB Toys. Yep. Man, I used to go in there all the time when I was a kid. That was a great store, great store. And of course they sold trains. They sold trains and video game systems, you know, a little bit of everything. It was a great store. Let me know in the comments if any of you guys remember that store. It was really cool though. I got an original 309 yard set, Lionel in the original box. That's kind of cool. That's just a little set of bumpers there too. I think they're from the 70s MPC. Nothing really special. An original bag of coal. Now that really is from the 40s. Those are original. Got New York on there. Yeah, I need to put those bumpers on this layout over here. I'm still kind of working on it. I ain't even got the track bolted down to it yet. I'll get that done here soon, but I get a train running on it, I'll upload a video of it. But found that at a little thrift shop, that Great American Trains there. It's just a little glass ornament. I thought it'd be cool. Got a little story that goes with it there. It tells about the locomotive. And of course I got my CSX mug. I like those railroad coffee mugs, they're pretty cool. Actually got this cut too. Got that when I went up to the Great Smoky Mountains Railroad. I never did ride it, but I got a few souvenirs. I'll probably ride it eventually. That's an original L&N magazine too. They would send that to all the employees in the 70s. So I thought that was cool. Let's see here. I got an original manual back there. Assembling and operating Lionel trains. That's from the 1940s. See, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy something like that survived that long. You know, it's actually a really cool book. It's got some track plans in it. It tells about some of their transformers, the ZW, the KW, you know. It's really cool though. It's a nice read. But that's an original Atlantic Coastline Railroad timetable. Tells about their passenger and their freight trains. Thought that was kind of cool. I like to collect those old timetables. And that, I don't even really know why I put that in there. It's old. I just thought it was cool. It had to go in my display cabinet. But that's an original Monopoly game. That's either from the 40s or the 50s. But that's what they used to look like when you'd go buy one. I just thought that was really cool. Old Monopoly game. That's a neat box. It's so small compared to the newer ones, you know. It's pretty cool. That back there is an original notepad from the Missouri Pacific Railroad. I thought it was cool. It's got the UP and the Missouri Pacific locomotives on the front. That's when the UP took over Missouri Pacific. I think in the 80s. But, yep, that's an original notepad. I collect about anything railroad memorabilia. I just think it's awesome. And I love antiques too, so. A couple old Lionel boxes here. I think that one's for a SP type caboose, and this one's for a Sunoco tank car. They're in pretty good shape. There's an original bottle of smoke pellets. That got sent with that 2026 when I ordered it off eBay. That lady said those hadn't never been used, but it almost looks to me like the bottle's been shook up a lot. Because a little bit of the peel's in its powder now, but I like the bottle. The bottle's really cool. The original smoke pellet bottle. And I got a few things down here. Sorry. My girlfriend actually picked that up recently. That hat right there. That's actually from the Canadian National Railroad in Canada, Saskatchewan district. It's actually got the gentleman's name here. Why they wrote on that bill of that hat, I'm not really sure. If anybody knows that person, it's either Roy Parker or Ray Parker. Looks to me like it says Bagger, Saskatchewan, Canada, or Bigger, Bagger, or something. Canadian National Railway. Yeah, I found that. She found that at a thrift store and got it for me, but I have no idea why that would be written on. It's got to be something significant. I mean, somebody of importance. I don't know. Maybe it was like the president of the railroad or something, but I just thought that was kind of weird that it actually had that name and stuff on there. But anyways, it's a neat hat. Saskatchewan. It's got a couple grain elevators and a locomotive there. Then I got my, let's see, that's for the crane car, Lionel crane car. It's in pretty good shape. Then I got my coal hopper one and another caboose box. I love these old boxes though, man. They're really cool. My Coca-Cola Christmas ornament. It's got Lionel trains on it, of course. Some Santa Fe F3s right there. Yeah. I love anything old like that. Coca-Cola stuff's really cool too. I want to get a big Coke sign and hang up. But there's one of my other hats I've got. Old folks Southern the West End. That's actually here in Athens, Tennessee. I had a guy work for the railroad gave me that. And got my little NASCAR collection down here. That's another thing I like too, man. I really like NASCAR. It's not really what it was, with Dale Earnhardt gone. That was my hero. It's definitely not what it was, but it's still awesome though. But anyways, that's my display cabinet. On to the main part of the video I was wanting to show you all. My 763E New York Central J1e Hudson. I got all post-war cars behind it. Horse car, got the coal hopper, golf tank car. Pretty cool though. That's that big Vanderbilt tender it comes with. Why Lionel put that with it, I really don't know, because the New York Central never had one of those, but it's still neat because it's something you don't see, and actually it does look kind of cool with it. That's actually, I'm pretty sure that's a Baltimore, Ohio tender. But I'm thinking about maybe getting another tender later for it, that the like the 700E and those type locomotives, the tender they actually had, in the 40s and stuff. I might get one of those just to go with it. Now that road number, that's an accurate road number, 5344. That was a New York Central road number. And also it's got the scalloped wheels on it. That's actually Santa Fe. The Santa Fe Railroad Hudson's had those. But when you bought this engine, it came with extra wheels. You could actually swap those out to the New York Central drivers if you wanted to. But mine was used. It didn't come with any of that type of stuff. But it doesn't bother me. I like the locomotive and the tender. I think it's great. I think it's freaking awesome. I've always wanted a J1e. I don't care if it's got, I don't care what tender's with it. I've just always wanted one. But I'd like to have one of the older ones, but there's so much money. But this one here is great. I mean, this is a good locomotive. It runs good, nice and smooth, smokes good. The only problem I'm having a little bit here is the voltage issue. This KW here just seems like it don't really want to put out enough power to run it. Well, it's such a big locomotive too. But that's alright. It runs really good off TMCC, off the Cab 1 wireless remote. Because I had one once before and I ran it off the wireless remote and it run really good. You can tell a huge difference with that cab one, it's crazy. But with TMCC, these things run so much better. It's kind of like HO scale with the DCC. It's the same thing, you know. But yeah, this engine runs a whole lot better with TMCC. But I mean, it runs pretty good with this KW, I guess. Not like it should though. It runs nice and slow with it. But I'll get a cab one, and it'll run a whole lot better. But like I said, it don't have rail sounds. I don't know. I've got to get a new board for it. But anyways, let me start it up. I'll let you guys watch it run here. If it don't stop, it shouldn't stop. I don't know though. Anyways, I'll be quiet and let you guys watch it run here. Nice locomotive. It's got a lot on the fender. I thought it looked cool pulling these post-war cars. Let me speed it up here a little bit. There we go. J1e. Yeah, another great locomotive. Kind of hard to believe it's running on these curves too. It just barely runs on them. These are 076 fast track curves, but it's running on pretty good. Yeah, those side rods in that thing's great. I love them side rods. Pretty awesome one of those tasteful freight cars. Slow it down here a little bit. Turn it down here. And stars in here. Come down south to the middle and go through the middle crossover to do that. Hudson. Well, this thing's really detailed. That's actually Norfolk Southern talking there on the railroad scanner. That's the west end here in Athens. Runs up into Chattanooga. The dispatcher talking there. Sorry about that. But anyways, I just thought I'd give you guys a look at what I got going on here. And at my new Hudson. This is my new toy. I'm really enjoying it. This is a great locomotive. But anyways, you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate y'all watching my videos, and we got some more to come as I build this 027 door layout here. But anyways, y'all have a good one. Stay safe. This is Ron's Trains and More. Out.